Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Well, actually, it's the afternoon. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. Sorry about that. Anyhow, this is Ladybug. I'm putting my glove on because I have to have it. But what we're going to be working on again is Jesus. I am really enjoying this particular painting. It's a very enjoyable painting, and so we're going to get started here in just a second. Like I said, it is 1:35 in the afternoon. It's June the 14th, and it's roughly about 84 degrees, and it says it's sunny, but it looks cloudy to me. But anyway, so I hope everyone is having a good Sunday, and we're going to get started here. We are going to work on I think, number 9. Yeah, I did quite a bit of progress on this yesterday, and so I thought I'd go ahead and keep going. I really do enjoy this particular painting, so I'm just going to keep going. And I was watching Stitching in the Interlake with Ava a little while ago, and she's on live. I was watching her for a bit, and but I slept in late today. Boy, it's weird. I couldn't get to bed until really it was in the wee hours, and so with this toothache, I'm not been sleeping very much. Well, I guess it got the pain finally eased off enough. I slept, and it was, I don't know, about 12:30 when I finally got up. I woke up about 12:30, and so I thought I'd do a real quick video here and whatnot, and that way I'll have to schedule it, because for some reason, if I don't schedule the video, it won't upload. But if I put it on a set schedule where I want to upload it at a certain time, then it'll upload for some reason. I don't know. You got me. I don't know. And so I figured I'd get this out and set it to where because what I've been doing is uploading about 3:30 in the morning, and it seems to be working out fairly well. So but yeah, my daughter is supposed to go in and to Walmart again. She has to go to Walmart. She forgot some stuff, and so she's going to drive in and pick up my prescriptions and pick up some stuff that she had forgotten on her list for her delivery. She forgot a few things. So she's just going to drive in, pick those up, and come right back. So, I'll tell you what, we really do use that delivery thing a lot. You know, because that way I don't have to go into Walmart. I don't like going to Walmart. I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't like going there. You know, so. But yeah, this painting goes really quick. And I don't know why, but it does. It just goes really, really fast for some reason. And so I'm making some progress on it. Yeah, I checked my emails this morning, and still haven't heard anything from Feluk yet. So I may just one of those ones that's just not gonna be able to get into that collaboration thing. But that's okay. That's okay. I got plenty to keep me busy, right? And but like I said, right now I am kind of like on a no-buy thing for diamond paintings, because I just got so many, and I just running out of room to store them, you know. And so I'm just gonna stop collecting for a while, because that's basically what I'm doing, is collecting. And they're supposed to be, I think they're going to do a Fun Day Sunday live today. I'm just not sure what time. But I think I'm just going to sit in the background this time. And I'll be in the chat, but I don't think I'll go up on the panel. One, it's... you know, I just haven't felt good for the last couple of days. And the longer I am up and moving around, the worse my jaw hurts. Let's put it that way. So I'm hoping that DJ has overcome her migraine that she's had for the past week now. And so hopefully that'll ease off and leave her alone, because ain't nothing worse than a migraine, and that's a fact. Because it affects your mood, it affects your eyesight. I mean, it leaves you flat out not feeling good. I mean, you know, it affects everything. You know, it's not like it's just a headache, you know. Headache, you can take a couple of Advil or Tylenol and, you know, you're good to go. But migraine is an entirely different kettle of fish. And that's a fact. Luckily, I don't get them very often. I get them myself, but not that bad, you know. But you know, if I catch them, you know, just as they start, I can usually get it under control pretty quickly. But if I don't, I can go, you know, 3, 4, 5 days, and with a migraine that just, you know, you can't do anything. You can't see straight. It's so bad. And so you got to kind of be aware of what's going on inside your body in order to be able to catch it. You know, sometimes you can catch them just right, sometimes not so much. So keep DJ in your prayers that her migraine will take a hike, shall we say. You know. I don't know how good the angle on this is, so I'm doing the best I can. I hope you can hear the music a little bit, because I do have it kind of low. And right now I've got my earphones on, so that way I don't have to talk real loud. You can hear me through the mic. So Sorry about that. Don't mean to bump the table. But yeah, I do. I enjoy working on this one for some reason. And it's an enjoyable painting. Sometimes you work through them and they're okay when you first start, and then you just sort of kind of slugging through them going, oh boy, is this ever going to end? You know, you get the point, you just don't really enjoy working on it. And you're just slugging through trying to get it done so you can get it out of your hair kind of thing. This one here, I just enjoy working on. The other one that I liked so much that I really enjoyed, it was fun to work on, and that was my one that I did a couple of months back. The Raid Covered Bridge was put out by Chuck Benson, and it was a Diamond Art Club that I got through Amazon. I really enjoyed working on that painting. That was a lot of fun. You know, I really did enjoy that one. And this one here is kind of like that, and it's an enjoyable work. And so let's see. I'm looking for the last bit of A's here. Here's one right there. And I know I'm kind of reaching over the painting, but I want to finish this third square and then I can turn it around. Yeah. But I finished this one here, this square here. I finished this last night. Yeah, I went, you know, it was from like, only about from here to here. Whatever the size of the release paper is, that's the size of the square. And let's see. See, I told you, I knew there was one here. I think that's it for the A's. Nope, wait a minute, found another one. They're kind of scattered a little bit. It goes from a little bit of confetti, not much, right? And then it'll have rivers of color. And then, which is kind of interesting. I think that's what makes it so interesting as a painting. I think. Okay, I think I'm done with that one. My little kit out here. Yeah, I keep all my little doodads and stuff in here. Better get that out. I might need that. And that way I don't lose them. What's next? Alrighty, what's next? Let's do number one. There's quite a few of those. Yeah, I've been using this particular pen for a while, the last few days, and it's making it a lot easier on my hand, you know, because I'm not having to put as much pressure on the wrist. like I've been having to do. And so I don't, I'm picking up 2 at a time for some reason. Anyhow, let's get some of that away. And so I'm not having to put as much pressure on my thumb and my wrist like I've been doing with the other pens. And so it's been working out fairly well. And if I get up and say go do something, or I have to take a break or whatever, I take and I automatically put it back on the charger, and so that way I've got a full charge. I know I'm trying not to be quiet, but it's hard. It's hard to keep talking when you're not talking to anybody. You know, I ate potato soup again last night, and I took the potato soup and I put it in this little, we got this little electric thing, and it's like you can use it to make milkshakes and stuff. It's small, it's not very big. And I took my potato soup that was in the can and stuck it in that and ground it up. Get all the potatoes, you know, ground up to where it's a liquid, you know, pureed or whatever you want to call it. And then stuck it in a bowl and heated it. And that way I'm not having to chew anything. And that is helping a little bit. And then what I do is I take this, I have these type of rolls. I don't remember what the name of them are. But I got an extra one here. It's just a square roll. And I take and I break it up and soak it in the soup, and then I very, very cautiously chew it up. And luckily it's soft enough that it doesn't take a lot of pressure to chew on it. And that's what I had for supper last night. But you know, you got to do what you got to do, and until we can get to a dentist. And so anyhow, because I got a little, I live on I'm on Social Security, so I'm on a limited income, limited budget. And so what I may have to do, because I've got insurance, but it doesn't pay for everything. Not like it used to. Well, now I'm going to figure out how to come up with some extra cash flow, so that way I can have these two, because I know I got at least 2 that's got to be pulled. Okay. And so, and it's, doing dental work is not exactly cheap, so anyhow, let's see, we have any more ones? Here's one. Okay. Okay, I think I got them all. Anyhow, so I may end up having to wait until my check comes in, and then have the procedure done, because, like I said, I've got a little bit of cash, but I don't have a lot left over from paying bills and paying rent and all that. Buying groceries, paying for my prescriptions, you know. And I don't like cutting myself short in case something, something unexpected all of a sudden pops up. So, what are we going to do now? How about R? R is number 19. And so I'll probably have to wait until my check comes in, which isn't that long from now, because it's what, the 14th, so it's about 2 weeks. So we just, as they say, grin and bear it. Just hang in there, just one day at a time. Because I don't know about where y'all live, but here in Georgia, alright, they won't just send a bill to you. They want you to pay it all up front. And which really makes it hard sometimes. But it is what it is, right? And I do like these the muted colors, to where I like the bright colors, don't get me wrong, I do, but I like this particular painting because it's muted and it's got splashes of color everywhere, you know. It almost looks like, kind of like an abstract almost, but it's not. And I just like the way it has these little spots of splashes of color here and there. I like that. Yeah, I was thinking about setting up, kitting up that Garden of Grace that I got the other day. I was thinking about it. I don't know yet. Got so many others that are ahead of that one. Let's put it that way. We'll see. We'll see. But I do love that painting. It's a beautiful painting. And but I think I'm gonna try to finish this one first, because I got that mermaid that I've got to set up. Or have I already set it up? No, I think I've got to set it up. And because we're going to be working on that one next month. For Star's monthly collaboration or whatever. And event. I don't know why I have such trouble remembering to call it an event. I don't know why, but I do. But, so I think I had to set that one up. Because I finished my granny. That one's done. I finished that one pretty quick. And, so anyway. So I have to try to kit up the mermaid. That's a pretty good sized one too, but thankfully it's a partial, so and missed it. Okay. it does look good. I really do like this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, in the title on these things, I'm gonna just start putting the Wip and Chat and the date, and then when you drop down and put a description, that's when I'll put the name of the canvas in. I think I'll start doing it that way. That way I know which video has been uploaded and which one hasn't. Yeah, I'm going to start doing it that way, I think. Plus, I have to schedule it. Used to be I could just click the upload or whatever, and, it would start uploading right then and there, but here lately it's gotten where it's really hard to upload stuff onto YouTube. So I've had some success with doing a video, and then when I'm setting it up to be uploaded, I set it up on a schedule. And the best time that I have found so far is to schedule it about 3:30 in the morning, right? Because by that time everybody in this house is asleep, right, or in bed or doing something off of the internet. And so I found that's the best time for me to try to upload a video. So what I'll probably start doing is I'll probably start doing, one or two videos at a time, and then I'll schedule one for one day and then schedule the next one for the next day, and try to get ahead of it a little bit. So, I know I used to follow, what is her name? And she used to do that. She would do 2 or 3 videos in a day, and then she would schedule them for consecutive days. I can't remember her name, but that's what she used to do. That way she had better success of getting them to load. Because her house is like my house. It's got a lot of people using the internet. And that's the way it is here. And I'm paying for the premium internet, and it's got a high number. I can't remember the number, but anyway, it's like 50 or 70 I just drew a blank. But anyway, it's a premium, and it's totally unlimited. And but yet you got to remember, you got 4 adults in this house, and every one of us are on the internet consistently. So because not only are we gaming, they game on it, which it takes up a lot of your internet space, right? But then we're also doing working on videos like I am, and then you're and then they're using the internet for entertainment, like watching movies or watching videos or whatever. And so we're on the internet a lot, because that's our one and only form of entertainment, and because we got these premium channels that we pay for, You know, we got Prime, and we got Paramount, and what else? And my daughter's got the Disney Channel. And so anyway, so we paid a little extra for the paid channels, you know, in order to have plenty of entertainment. And then my grandson, he pays for Hulu. I think he's got Hulu and something else. I can't remember. But he's got that. Oh, Hulu and Netflix. He's got that on his. And so needless to say, as you can see, we use the internet more so than anything. Because we used to have cable, but cable got so expensive for just your basic, you know, package that we decided to shut it off. It just got too expensive. We were paying just for cable we're paying like $225 a month for it, and it was ridiculous. And we didn't have any paid, paid channels. We just had just basic internet, basic cable, right? And then we paid extra for our internet, because that was before they bundled everything. And then it just got too expensive, so we said, you know what, let's just turn this off, and we'll operate from just the internet. And so what we did is I shut the cable off, boosted up the internet, and it still doesn't cost me as much as just cable, you know. And with the internet, we can do just about anything we want, you know. And even paying, you know, for these other premium channels, right? You know, was it $5.99 here, $8.99 there, that kind of thing? Even doing it that way is cheaper than what we were getting just having the cable. You know, so that's what we decided to do. And and that's the way it stands. Because with everything, which is the internet and the extra premium channels, all that, I'm paying roughly about $200 a month. Whereas with just cable, we're just watching TV, right? I was paying $2.25. So there you go. And so we're getting more bang for our buck, shall we say, kind of thing. Now, see, if we lived in a city, like in Chattanooga, then we would get EPB, and the cable through EPB is a whole lot cheaper and a whole lot better. But because we live way out on the outskirts, getting EPB is not an option. And so we're stuck with with Xfinity way out here in the middle of nowhere. And because we're out in the middle of Timbuktu, if you know. There ain't nothing out here. In order to go into town, the nearest small town is about a 20-minute drive. Okay? Now, if you want to go into a larger town, right, then it's about a 30-minute drive. And then you want to go into Chattanooga, you're looking at about 40 to 45 minutes to drive into Chattanooga. So, like I said, we're out in the middle of nowhere. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, we got all these R's that comes up this way. And then I got a few over here. And then they're kind of scattered out from there. So. And I'm constantly picking up 2 when I just want 1. Yeah, I was going to make some coffee with today, but I changed my mind, so I am drinking a wild strawberry energy drink, which has a little bit of caffeine in it. Yeah. And it's not too bad. It's put out by Great Value. And it's wild strawberry with caffeine, and it's sugar-free. And so all you have to do is add it to a bottle of water. Alright, I'll just have that for this morning. Yeah, I got real rambunctious with this tray yesterday, and on the live, on the other video, and slung the beads all over the place. I said, okay, I just get real excited about it. And so I ended up I made a mess. So ended up having to clean it up. Luckily, all the beads kind of stayed right here, so we were good. Yeah, my daughter, she said something about wanting to go to Five Below, but then she changed her mind because she didn't feel like driving all the way into Fort O. So I said, okay, no problem. She did say something about it though. But then she changed her mind, and I said, that's all right. I really didn't feel like going anywhere, to be honest with you. Looking to see if there's any more down below here. There's 1 or 2. And so anyhow, like I said, Sundays is pretty quiet. And my grandson, he had to work. And so he didn't get in till about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning. Because he works 12-hour shift, and overnight he does a 3rd shift, I guess you could call it. And so he's in bed asleep. Which is good. And yeah, he pulled an old utility trailer up onto the driveway, and my daughter and I are proceeding to clean up around the porch. My grandson has a tendency to set things aside, and they kind of accumulate after a while. So my daughter and I are out there throwing all this stuff up in this trailer so that it can be taken off to the dump. And it's just boxes and various things that, you know, he sets to the side, and then he just leaves it there. And so about once a month, we have to go out there and clean it up. Luckily, it's not that much. And there's like that old umbrella that I've got. It finally has bit the dust. I can't. It won't open and it won't close. So I got it about 3/4 of the way closed, and that's why I had to order a new one. And I mean, well, come on, I got what, 5 years of use out of that old one, so I'm doing all right. It's lasted that long, and so I ended up having to order a new one. So I'm gonna just take that one and throw it in that trailer, that utility trailer, and we're gonna take it off to the dump probably next week and get rid of a bunch of stuff, because he's got a bunch of stuff he wants to clean out and get out of his shed, and, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. So we figure, well, we'll just put that old utility trailer to work and use it. Yeah, so we're going to take a whole bunch of stuff off to the dump. We call it the dump, but it's the landfill, you know. And we used to be able to take like metal things that, you know, wore out or whatever, and, you know, collect all this metal stuff, and we take it off and take it across the scales and get a little money out of it. Now it's not even worth it. Yeah, they're not paying the metal, you know, the weight of the metal is just not, it's not paying like it used to. And so we don't even bother anymore. We just take it off to the landfill. As long as it's biodegradable, that's all that matters. You know, we put it in the landfill and let the dirt do its thing, break it down and whatnot. But yeah, usually we take boxes and we break them down, and we'll just pack them up and whatnot for to be recycled. But here in Georgia, they got where they don't even do that anymore. So you either break them up and burn them, or you put them in sacks and let the garbage people come and get them, or you take them off to the landfill. Take your choice. And with us, we order a lot of stuff, and so we get a lot of boxes. And so what we're going to do is just pack a bunch of them up and, you know, basically bundle them up and put them in that trailer and take them off to the landfill. Because they don't even bother to. They used to have recycling centers, but they don't even have that anymore. They've stopped doing that a few years ago. Yeah, we used to do a lot of recycling, but unfortunately, I mean, we used to have several different recycling spots, but they've since closed them down. You know, it's not paying. There's no money in it, and which is it's kind of understandable, but still, it'd be better for the environment if they continued it. But you know, like they say, it all comes down to the bottom dollar, shall we say. Well, I was looking to see how much time I got. Okay. We're doing all right. Got about 45 minutes in. So we're going to finish these R's, I think, and then we're going to wrap this up and get it ready to be loaded. when I'm not working on this, I'll probably work on that, kitting up that mermaid. Get that all done and ready to go. Yeah, I want to kit up that one that I'm getting ready to do for the portrait for August. Yeah. And then somebody said that was it September? No, it was October. They're going to do coloring pumpkins. Okay, I don't know if they're going to just do coloring or if they're going to do diamond painting with pumpkins. I don't know. And I think I've got something in my stash that has pumpkins on it, so I may do that. Well, okay. Because we just about got them all. We got a few here and there, but we just about got all of the R's. So, yeah. And, anyhow, so I got a few things I want to get done today pertaining to my crafting anyway. Never did get a load of laundry in, but that's alright. I'd get it in later. No big deal. Yeah. I snagged a nap yesterday. Trying to make up for what I'm losing because of not being able to sleep. So that's why I slept so late today. I usually am up by 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning usually, and I'll hit the internet about 1:30, something like that. But I didn't do it this time. I took and I slept in. And so I hope everybody's had a good weekend, and had a good Sunday. And I hope you'll enjoyed, if you're a churchgoer, I hope you enjoyed your time at church, because it's a special time, being able to spend time with fellow believers, and so that's one of the reasons why I like to listen to Fun Day Sunday. Because it's not only are you crafting, okay, but you're also, talking about God and things like that. It's spiritual things as well. Which is good. Yeah, we're just about done with these R's. Almost. Yeah, I spend most of my time on YouTube watching videos and whatnot. When I'm not making videos, I'm watching videos, kind of thing. So, alright, we're at 51 minutes, so we're going to wrap this up, I think. And I'll finish the R's here in just a minute. Yeah, I'll turn that off. There we go. Alright, well listen, y'all have a good day. And we will catch you on the next video. So, as I always say, you know, God bless you. God keep you. Take care of one another. Love one another as Jesus loves you. And keep everybody in your prayers. Because everybody, I don't care who you are, but always use a little bit of prayer. So, y'all take care. And we will see you on the next one, okay? All right. Bye-bye.